Hello, friends. Welcome back to Dow's Weekly Digest. The older I am, the more that I think. And I think I've had the privilege over the years to enjoy something not everyone really stops to appreciate: the light of night, the gift of dark skies. I'm on my grandparents' lawn in northeast Nebraska. We're under the old weeping willow tree. You can feel the breeze a little bit. The air is thick with summer. And my cousins and I are running barefoot in the grass. No screens, no schedules, just squeals of laughter and lightning bugs blinking across the yard like stars that got tired of the sky and came down to dance with us. Now, a little confession here. Yes, we tore off their little glow-in-the-dark butts and made rings on our fingers. Let's say science wasn't the first priority. Magic was. Then there was my teenage transportation phase. You see, I lived about 4 miles outside of town. And before I had a car or a good friend with a car, way before Uber, I relied on what my grandparents called Shank's Mare. That's an old fancy way of saying, son, you walk. If I didn't find a ride after hanging out at the local teenage spot that was called Jay's Roost, I had to hoof it home. No flashlight, just me and the road. But here's a surprising part. Once my eyes adjusted, I could actually see a lot. The stars were like a million tiny little flashlights. And that walk home became a kind of moving meditation. Years later, I'm in the mountains of New Mexico. Elevation about 11,711 feet. Right where heaven meets earth. No light pollution, no distractions. Just wonder. It was like God had flung a bucket of diamonds across the ceiling of the universe. Even today, as a senior citizen here in the Black Hills, I find myself the routine of up before the sun. In the past, 2 times a year as a volunteer, I would be up at 3:30 a.m. to start breakfast for 50 hungry campers to be trained. There's a silence in the dark before dawn. Now that doesn't scare you, it settles you. The stars above, they remind you how small you are, and yet how connected we all are. That's the real point today, isn't it? Dark skies aren't just pretty to look at. They teach us something. They teach us about solitude. Because being alone doesn't have to mean being lonely. Dark skies teach us stillness. Because not every moment needs to be filled with noise. Dark skies teach us perspective. Because when you stare into the vastness of the sky, your problems kind of sink just a bit. Dark skies teach us perspective. Because when you stare into the vastness of the sky, your problems shrink just a bit. And maybe, most of all, dark skies teach us connection. Because the same moon that I saw as a child is still shining now. And it's the same moon our great-great-grandparents prayed under. fact, some of the darkest skies in the world are right here in South Dakota. Places like the Black Hills National Forest and the Badlands National Park. In Quinn, South Dakota, there's Observatory. Those areas are rated Class 1, dark sky zones. That's the best you can get. So maybe, just maybe, the next time you find yourself outside after dark, don't rush inside. Look up. Let the night light your thoughts. Because in the darkness, there's a kind of beauty that we can't see during the day. So whether you're chasing lightning bugs with sticky fingers or walking home with only the moon to guide you, or sipping hot chocolate under the stars before dawn, remember, sometimes the best light comes when we learn to appreciate the dark. And I'm rooting for you. Yes, I am. Because we're under the dark skies and we're in this together. Yes, we are. And blessed are they who ease the pain of misfortune, for they shall be called insurance agents. You take care.